Welcome, this is Joshua Benoist in Autodesk Product Support. We're on video 11, where we're talking about beveled takeoffs, conical takeoffs, mitered, how they look different between 2008 and 2011, or 2008 and newer versions. So here's a problem statement. Pause the video if you need to, and let's move on. Okay, so we're going to dimension this thing now, and let's right-click on this. We were talking about the dimensions. So the horizontal and vertical just is strictly within Content Builder. It does not apply to outside of Content Builder. So I would use horizontal for this dimension here, and these dimensions here. I'd use vertical for here to here, from this lines to those lines. I'd probably use distance. If it were important to me, the distance from this point to that point, the length of that line. So those are kind of what those are. There's also parallel distance and perpendicular distance. So you'd use this when dimensioning from line to line, or perpendicular line to perpendicular line. Use these first three when dimensioning points. So kind of as an internal rule of thumb here, you always want to dimension the points. Don't dimension the lines unless you have to. So I'm going to start off with a horizontal distance from here to here. And I'll stick the dimension up there. Enter a dimension value. We're doing 12-inch ducts. It doesn't matter at this point, but just for sake, I'm going to say 6. And it's okay to let this thing expand outwards. Notice everything expanded outwards away from this origin point. Alright, let's add another dimension. We'll do another horizontal, and we're going to go from this point right here to this point. Put that dimension also up here. In order to get a 45-degree angle, I'm going to just call this another 6. Yuck, it broke. So, when it breaks like this, it's often because we didn't draw this in the proper order. So it's good that you guys get to see some of my mistakes here. I'm going to start deleting things, and I'm going to redraw. Because every bit of this should have, don't ever use the undo. Add geometry line. We're going to go here. Straight out again, down and over. And then I'm going to add another line from here down to there. Okay. Let's set this point right here, and we come over here to geometry. I think that's our second point. Make it fixed. So the sequence of this was, I went here, here, there, down, and over. So these should be perpendicular to each other, and it ought, because this guy came in last, it ought to change his angle to meet whatever these requirements are. I think when we drew it the first time, we drew this line before this one, and so it broke. But with Murphy's Law, this may be working against me right now. So horizontal distance, there to there, 6. Notice how everything flexed outwards nicely. And this is kind of where we troubleshoot things a little bit too, is if things break, you know that it's broken. Do another 6. Yeah, it's broken. So if it did it the second time to us, and we know we did it right, then what we need to do is right-click here and say Add a Constraint. Say Perpendicular, and I'm going to say I want this guy to be next video.